today we are going to solve NEET Phase 2 of year 2016. So this is our first question. Planck's constant at speed of light in vacuum C and Newton's gravitation constant are three fundamental constants. Which of the following combinations of this has the dimension of length? So let's see. So according to question, we have this statement. So first we will write the dimensions of H, C and G on the and L in both sides. So we have written, so L is only L, M0 and T0. H we have M, L square T minus 1 A, and C, that is speed of light, we have L T minus 1, and G is M minus 1, L 3 and T minus 2. So we will just put the values as M, A minus C, L 2A plus 2B plus 3C and T minus A minus B minus C. As we can see here, in this, here is only L, and so M is only in A and C, so like this wise we will do. So A minus C is equal to 0, so A is equal to C, and that is half. 2A plus B plus 3C is equal to 1, so we have the value of B is equal to minus 3 by 2. So here we have this expression, L is equal to H half, C minus 3 half and G half. So this is our further expression. So this is our correct option, this. Now question number 2. Two cars P and Q start from a point at the same time in the straight line and their positions are represented by xp is equal to at plus b square and xq is equal to ft minus t square. At what time does the cars have the same velocity? So according to questions, we have to equal both of the velocities of p and q. So it will be dxp by dt and dxq by dt. So we will just differentiate it. So we will get a plus bt square. If we will differentiate it, we will get a plus 2bt, and ft minus t square, we will get f minus 2t. So it is given in the question that vp is equal to vq. So we'll just put the values and we get t is equal to f minus a to b plus z. Sorry, 1. So our correct option is this. So this is 3. In the given figure, A is equal to 15 meter per second square represent the total acceleration of a particle moving in the clockwise direction in a circle of radius r is equal to 2.5 meter. At a given instant of time, the speed of the particle is. So this is the figure which is given in the question. So A is downwards, then this is the radius and this is the direction. So let's see the solution. So as we know, we have centripetal acceleration is equal to v square by r. So here if we will take the components from the figure, we will get AC is equal to a cos 30 degree, it is equal to 15 cos 30 degree. So v square by r is equal to 15 cos 30 degree. So after that we will just bring r to here, and this we will find the value which is of v is 5.7 meter per second. So here is our correct option, this. Now question number 4. A rigid ball of mass M strikes the right rigid wall at 60 degree and gets reflected without loss of speed as shown in the figure. The value of impulse imparted by the wall on the ball is. So here in this figure we will break its components, like this will be its cos component, this will be its sine component. So after that we know that impulse is delta p is equal to mv final minus mv initial. So here see mv cos 30 minus mv cos 30, so it's 2 mv cos 60 degree, so it's mv. So here our correct option, see this mv. A bullet of mass 10 grams moving horizontal with a velocity of 400 meter per second strikes a wooden block of mass 2 kg which is suspended by light insustainable string of length 5 meter. As a result, the center of gravity of the block found to rise a vertical distance of 10 cm. The speed of the bullet after its emerges of horizontal from the block will be. So this is our solution. As we know that we have conservation of momentum is equal to momentum initial is equal to final momentum. So here will be just m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m3 v1 plus m4 v2. So here we will just put all the values. And we also know that velocity of block just after collision is root 2 gh. So from here we get the value of v1. We will put it in this equation and we get 120 meter per second. So this is our correct option, as we can see this. Now question number 6. Two identical balls A and B having velocities of 0.5 meter per second and minus 0.3 meter per second respectively collide elastically in one dimension. The velocities of B and A after the collision respectively will be. So as we know, as in perfectly elastic collision, kinetic system is unchanged and momentum is conserved. So here our correct option is here C, as the value of E is also 1. Now question number 7. A particle moves from a point minus 2 I cap plus 5 j cap to 4 j cap plus 3 k cap when a force of 4 I cap plus 3 j cap Newton is applied. Now, how much work has been done by the force? So in the question it is given the value of R1 and R2. So first we will find the difference, that is R2 minus R1, and we know that work done is equal to force into displacement. So as we have found the displacement above, we will just put all the values and multiply it in a vector form and get the answer 5 joule. So here we have the correct option is 5 joule. Now question number 8. Two rotating bodies A and B of masses m and 2m with moments of inertia Ia and Ib, where Ib is greater than Ia, have equal kinetic energy of rotation. If LA and LB be the angular momentum respectively, then, so here we can see kinetic energy is half I omega square, and if we just divide I in upside down, we get I square omega square by I. So it's also is equal to L square, that is momentum. So here it will be angular momentum, L square by 2I. So we will just, according to question, kinetic energy of A is equal to kinetic energy of B. So we will just put the values in the form of A and B. So LA by LB square is equal to IA by IB. So LA by LB is equal to root IA by IB. So in the question it is clearly given that IB is greater than IA. So as here we can see that L is directly proportional to I. So here LB is greater than LA. So here LB is greater than LA is the correct option, as here we can see IB is greater than IA. Now question number 9. A solid sphere of mass m and radius r is rotating about its diameter. A solid cylinder of the same mass and same radius is also rotating about its geometrical axis with an angular speed twice that of the sphere. The ratio of the kinetic energies of rotation E for sphere and by E for cylinder will be. So here we can see kinetic energy is half omega I omega square. So kinetic energy for sphere will be half I omega 1 square. So we will just put the value of I, that is 2 by 5 mr square for sphere, and mr square for half mr square for cylinder. So we will just put the values. So K for sphere and K for cylinder. So we will just put all the values and we get the answer 1 by 5. And one thing we should also note that the value of omega 2 is given in the question to omega 1. So after that we get 1 by 5. So here is our correct option, 1 is to 5. Now question number 10. A light rod of length L has two masses m1 and m2 attached to its two ends. The moment of inertia of the system about an axis perpendicular to the rod and passing through the center of the masses. So in the question, from the data of the question, this is the valid figure. So as we know that inertia is equal to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 by m1 plus m2. So moment of inertia here is m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square. So here in the place of r we will put the value m2i by m1 plus m2, and here also m1i by m1 plus m2. So after that we get the value m1 m2 I square by m1 plus m2. So this is our correct option. Now question number 11. Starting from the center of the earth having radius r, the variation of g, acceleration due to gravity, is shown by. So these are the graphs. So let's see the values. So as we know that value of g depth is equal to g surface 1 minus d by r, and value of g surface is equal to r square by R plus H square. So with that condition we have the option. So this is B. At first it increases and that is decreases gradually. So here question number 11. A satellite of mass m is orbiting the earth of radius r at a height h from its surface. The total energy of the satellite in terms of g naught, the value of acceleration due to gravity at the earth's surface is. So as we know that total energy of satellite at height h is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. So here we will put the values of kinetic energy and potential energy and we get minus gmm by 2r plus h. So after that we get this equation after dividing r square upside down, and as we know that this much expression, see, this much expression is g naught, the value of g naught. So it is minus m g naught r square by 2 r plus h. So this is correct option. Now question number 13. The rectangular film of liquid is extended from 2 centimeter into 4 centimeter into 2 centimeter to 5 centimeter into 4 centimeter. If the work done is 3 into 10 to the power minus 4 joule, the value of the surface tension in the liquid is. So as we know that increasing surface energy is equal to work done into surface tension. So here increase in area is equal to 5 into 4 minus 4 into 2 into 2. As we have two surfaces, we don't have one surface, we have two surfaces. So it comes out to be 24 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. So work done is equal to tension into area. So here we will put the values and get tension is equal to 1 by 8. So this is our correct option. 1 by 8 is 0.125 Newton per meter. Now question number 14. Three liquids of density rho 1, rho 2 and rho 3 with rho 1 is greater than rho 2 and is greater than rho 3 having the same value of surface tension T rise to the same height in three identical capillaries. The values of contact theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3 obey. So here this is our correct option, this B. As we know that according to Eskin formula of capillary tube we have 2t cos theta by rho gr. So according to question, cos theta 1 by rho 1 is equal to cos theta 2 rho 2 is equal to cos theta 3 rho 3. So here we can see cos theta is directly proportional to P. So it is theta 1 greater than theta 2 greater than theta 3. Now question number 15. Two identical bodies are made up of material for which the heat capacity increases with temperature. One of this is at 100 degrees Celsius, which the other hand is at 0 degrees Celsius. If the two bodies are brought into contact, then assuming no heat loss, the final common temperature is. So as we know that heat loss by a body is equal to heat gain by another body in which it is having a contact. So body of 100 degrees Celsius has greater heat capacity and 0 degree has less than 100 degree. So our correct option is B, more than 50 degrees Celsius. Now question number 16. A body cools from a temperature 3T to T in 10 minutes. The room temperature is T. Assuming the Newton's law of cooling is applicable, the temperature of the body at end of next 10 minutes will be. So as we know that according to Newton's law of cooling, we have delta T is equal to delta T naught E minus lambda T. So here it is 3T minus 2T is equal to 3T minus T E minus lambda into 10. Here we had just put all the values here. So after 10 minutes it's T dash minus T is equal to 2T into E minus lambda 20. So we will just write it as two equations and we will just combine it and we get 3T by 2. So here our correct option 3T by 2. Now question number 17. 1 mole of an ideal monoatomic gas undergoes a process described by the equation PV cube is equal to constant. The heat capacity of the gas during this process is. So as we know, specific heat capacity is equal to CV plus R by 1 minus alpha. So here it is given in the question PV cube is equal to constant. So alpha is equal to 3. So C is equal to CV plus R by 1 minus alpha. So and we will just put the values FR by 2 plus R by 1 minus 3. So as we know, for the monoatomic gas, we have 3 as a value of R. So we will just subtract it and get the value R. So here is our correct option, this R. Now question number 18. The temperature inside a refrigerator is T2 degrees Celsius and the room temperature is T1 degrees Celsius. The amount of heat delivered to the room for each joule of electrical energy consumed ideally will be. So let's see. So as we know that for a refrigerator we have Q1 by W is equal to Q1 by Q minus Q2 is equal to T by T1 minus T2. So as we know that Q1 is amount of heat delivered to the room, W is electrical energy consumed, T1 is room temperature, that is T1 plus 273, and T2 is temperature of sink, that is T2 plus 273. So your Q1 by 1 is equal to T1 plus 273 by T1 plus 273 minus T2 plus 273. So it is Q1 is equal to T1 plus 273, T1 minus T2. This is our correct option. Now question number 19. A given sample of an ideal gas occupies a volume V at a pressure P and absolute temperature T. The mass of each molecule of the gas is m. Which of the following gives the density of the gas? So this is the formula. So our correct formula and correct option is Pm by Kt, where K is Boltzmann constant. Now question number 20. A body of mass m is attached to the lower end of a spring whose upper end is fixed. The spring has negligible mass. When the mass m is slightly pulled down and released, it oscillates with a time period of 3 seconds. When the mass m is increased by 1 kg, the time period of oscillation becomes 5 seconds. The value of m in kg is, so as we know the value of t, time period is equal to 2 pi by m by k. So in case 1 it is 2 pi m by k, and case 2 we have it is m plus 1 by k. So the difference is only here in the mass. So we will just, from equation 1 and 2, we will just combine these equations and we get mass is equal to 9 by 16 kilogram. So C, 9 by 16 our correct option. Now question number 21. The second overtone of an open organ pipe has the same frequency as the first overtone of the closed organ pipe, L meter long. The length of the open pipe will be, so here open organ pipe is equal to N by 2LV. In second overtone we have 3 by 2LV, and closed organ pipe we have mu n is equal to 2n plus 1V by 4L. So in first overtone we have mu 1 is equal to 3 by 4L. So we will just put all the values. First we will equal it and just put all the, and we get L1 is equal to 2L. So here it's 2L. Now question number 22. True sound waves of equal amplitudes have frequency n minus 1 and n plus 1. They superimpose to give beats. The number of beats produced per second will be. So as we know that beat frequency is equal to n plus 1 minus n minus 1. So it's equal to 2. So here write our correct option. Now question number 23. An electric dipole is placed at an angle of 30 degrees with an electric field intensity 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per coulomb. It experiences a torque equal to 4 nanometer. The charge on the dipole, if the dipole is 2 centimeter raised. So as we know that torque is P into E, that is P is your electric dipole and E is electric field. So we will put on the values of torque, electric field and the values of sine theta. So P comes out to be 4 into 10 to the power minus 5 centimeter, and as we know that P is also 2Q into L. So we will just put on the values and get Q is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb. So 2 MC. Now to question number 24. A parallel plate capacitor of area A, plate separation D and capacitance C is filled with 4 dielectric materials having dielectric constants K1, K2, K3 and K4 as shown in the figure below. If a dielectric material is to be used to have the same capacitance C in the capacitor, then its dielectric constant K is given by. So according to me, none of its option is correct. So let's see the correct option. So as we arrange this dielectrics in the form of a capacitor, so we get like this type of combination. So here 1 by C1 plus 3 by C4 is equal to, we will just put the values 3D by 2k1 E0A plus 3D by 2k4 E0A, and it's 3D 2 E0A 1 by k1 plus 1 by k4. Here also then C equivalent is equal to k E0A by D. So here we will put on the values, and the answer is this: 2 by 3 k1 k4 by k1 plus k4, k2 k4 by k1 plus k4, and k3 k4 k3 plus k4. Now here question number 25. The potential difference VA and VB between the points A and B is given in the figure. So this is a figure. Now let's see. So here we can see VA minus VB minus 3. This is also a voltage. See this 3 volt is equal to 4 plus T. 4 plus 2. So this is the value of your current. So VA minus VB is equal to 9 volt. As this minus 3 will shift to this direction. So this is our correct option, plus 9 volt. Now question number 26. The filament bulb 500 watt 100 volt is to be used in a 230 volt mains supply when a resistance R is connected in series. It works perfectly and the bulb consumes 500 watt. The value of R is. So here see our correct option, 26 ohm. So in this video we have done till question number 26 of NEET Physics 2016 question paper. Now in the next video we will do the rest of the question of physics which is left. So thank you, and thank you for being with me